Hello and welcome. I'm Sumi Somaskanda, and you're watching World Stories, your international reporters magazine. This week, we'll look at new ways to bring snail mail into the 21st century. We meet two young Croatian designers who are thinking big, and swimming in midair. It's possible. All those stories and more coming up. But first, in May 2013, Samina Beg became the first Pakistani woman to climb Mount Everest. It was a remarkable accomplishment for many reasons. For one, Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, and climbers have to overcome incredible odds to get to the top. But Samina also comes from a society where women are not encouraged to reach so high. Still, it's nothing new for the 22-year-old. Just 3 years before, she became the first person ever to scale Chashkin Sar, a towering peak in Pakistan. Jawad Sharif from Black Box Sounds caught up with Samina to talk about that brave feat.
My name is Samina Beg, and I come from a small village called Shimshal in the Hunza Valley. It's located 3,300 meters above sea level. Life here is very harsh and tough. Our village is surrounded by mountains on all sides. Living here, I became friends with the mountains and have wanted to be a professional climber ever since I was a child.
It's always been her passion. She used to say she wanted to climb ice-covered mountains, not regular ones.
It took us 3 days to reach the base camp on Chashkin Sar. Further up still, we set up a high camp. On our way to the summit, around 20 meters up from the high camp, my feet went numb.
At around 5,800 meters, her feet went numb and she couldn't walk.
I thought I wouldn't be able to make it because I couldn't feel my legs. But with God's help, we were able to make it to the summit. The feeling I had after reaching the top of the mountain was unforgettable and unbelievable. When I waved the flag of Pakistan on the summit, I cried. It was a very joyous moment for me. It's something I'll never forget.
The first time she arrived was a very great moment for her.
If a girl can scale a mountain, then there's nothing she can't do, no matter what her profession. All it takes is hard work, passion, commitment, and encouragement.
Very courageous indeed. Now, privacy versus security. How do you balance the two? That's a question that's on a lot of people's minds right now. Revelations that the U.S. government has been spying on the calls and emails of millions around the world has sparked international outrage. But plenty of people say they're willing to give up their privacy in exchange for safety or even convenience. And that takes us to our next story, to a company in the U.S. that's offering to save you precious time by digitizing all your snail mail. Great idea, as long as you don't mind someone reading your personal letters. Christina Alzesser reports.
Wait, oh yes, wait a minute.
For centuries, Americans have collected their post from mailboxes like this. But they soon could be a thing of the past. A new company called Outbox wants to turn people's snail mail into email. For less than €4 a month, one of its unpostmen, as they're called, will drop by your house to pick up your mail before you even get to see it. The letters are then whisked off to a processing centre where they're opened, scanned and stored online.
People are really intrigued by the idea of having access to their mail digitally. It's a whole new line of communication, that they're interested in exploring, and there's definitely a lot of hype.
Once uploaded to the net, the snail mail can be read via a home computer, tablet PC or smartphone, anytime, anywhere. Businessman Francis Pedraza decided to give it a go.
And all I had to do was take a photo of my mail key, and they were able to pick it up for me. And I got a notification shortly after saying, you can check your mail. And all the junk mail that I received was right there, and I could hit the unsubscribe button, and it'll never get printed again. And I can put the rest of it into folders. The stuff I do actually physically want, I can ask for, and they'll make sure that I get it in my mailbox.
See that.
Outbox aims to take the hassle out of traditional mail. Postmen have been doing their rounds in the US since 1775, when the United States Postal Service was established. Its goal was to provide an efficient, safe and affordable mail service. It now delivers mail to more than 150 million households across America. But some say it's not keeping up with the times. Box founder Will Davis is one of them. He's determined to bring traditional snail mail bang up to date.
It's not that people don't like mail, it's that they don't like the negative attributes of mail that don't line up with their lives. And so the fact that they can't view it from anywhere, or that they can't unsubscribe from postal mail, or they can't respond to things on their phone, they have to respond in physical form. What we try to do is take out all the negative aspects of postal mail and bring it into the 21st century in a way that you and me live our daily lives.
The founders of Outbox say snail mail still has a future, despite the increasing popularity of email. If their new concept proves a hit, they plan to send out unpostmen to all American neighborhoods.
Well, on July 1st, Croatia will become the 28th member of the European Union, a move that will bring big changes to the small Balkan country, opening new markets and creating exciting opportunities. In our next story, Marina Shubrilo from HRT introduces us to an association that's looking to take advantage of that by working to introduce the best of Croatian art, fashion, and design onto the global stage. Here's more.
In recent years, Croatian designers have made a name for themselves both at home and abroad. But getting that big break can often prove difficult. That's why designers Iva Tuđa and Romina Anček wanted to find a way of helping designers break through onto the international scene. They came up with All Faces, an association that helps promote promising young people and big-name designers from every medium. They hope Croatia's membership in the EU will help them tap into new markets.
We've assembled a big team from design, dance and music, so we're not limited to fashion. We're aiming to take on the European market. When we join the EU, we're planning to exhibit at fairs and established fashion events all over Europe.
30-year-old jewelry designer Ana Ivancic says joining All Faces has helped her hand-painted medallions reach a wider clientele.
One of the association's advantages is that we can go to fairs together. They're usually expensive, but we can share the registration fee, socialize, exchange ideas, and you always learn or find out something new.
The designers hope the quality of their products will allow them to hold their own against the mass-produced designs that currently dominate the market. They say All Faces is vital in helping them spread the word.
I'm really glad there's an initiative like this and that All Faces is promoting Croatian design and Croatian artists. I think it's necessary in this time of crisis and recession for people to join forces and create a common brand to promote local work outside of Croatia.
I wanted a team that's professional, whose work shows maturity and experience, and that has lots of enthusiasm and optimism. We've picked a good time to do it. EU membership will open the borders and make it easier to export our products. That was always our biggest problem.
But All Faces also aims to bring foreign customers to Croatia. Just before the holiday season, it set about opening a chain of stores along the Adriatic coast that stock only Croatian products.
One of our projects involves cooperating with hotels. So it means working in the tourist industry. With more holidaymakers coming to Croatia, our local designers won't have to travel and take their work abroad. They can stay right here in Croatia.
First, we'll open exhibitions and sales outlets to showcase our artists' work. The first shops will be in Pula and Rovinj, and we're also planning to open shops in Rijeka and Makarska.
All Faces hopes to conquer Europe with designs made in Croatia.
And we wish them all the best. Now, Shanghai is China's biggest city, an incredible mix of traditional and modern, of West and East. There's plenty to see and do there. But when summer hits, reporter Liu Shujia from our partner station ICS has a very special tip for you. Go swimming. As she shows us, locals and visitors love to take a dip during the hottest months, and they do so in style. We introduce you to some of Shanghai's most daring swimming pools, from dizzying heights to bright lights. Take a look.
It might look like any other pool at first glance, but take a dip at the Holiday Inn in Shanghai for a one-of-a-kind swimming experience.
I've been to many swimming pools in the city, and this one, yes, I know what you're going to say. The view is not that good, but if you look down, you actually can see the reception area of the hotel. Well, if anybody walking now, I might going to say hello.
The pool's deep end has a view straight down 24 stories. All that separates swimmers from the street below is a pane of toughened glass. If you haven't got a head for heights, you might want to stay in the shallow end.
I should say this is probably the first swimming pool in this type in Shanghai.
This pool is not only special in Shanghai, this is probably a world first to have a cantilever swimming pool. And so by that we mean a pool that hangs outside the building and with a glass base so you can look down at the ground. So it really is quite a unique experience, and it's very popular with both hotel guests and local businesses.
Yeah, that's interesting. If you have any guests to come into the hotel and then look up, maybe they will find a friend actually swimming in your swimming pool.
We have people who will run downstairs, go outside and take photos of their partner in the pool up 24 floors above. It's just great. And last week we even had somebody trying to do handstands on the glass base, which is quite a unique experience.
But how do you keep the guests safe when they swim? I mean, it's a bit scary when they swim, isn't it?
You're 24 floors up and you don't want any problems. So in terms of the size of the pool and the water volume in the pool has been carefully measured to ensure it's safe. And of course the glass is reinforced and has steel within so that there's no risk at all to anybody using it.
The pool is 30 meters long and 6 meters wide. Constructing the death-defying deep end was a major challenge. The hotel consulted various architects and even aerospace engineers to make sure it would be safe to take a dip. Swimmers here think it was well worth the effort. It's scary where I am. What's it like actually standing in the water?
Oh, it's exciting. I've never experienced anything like it.
If you're looking for a pool with a view, this might just be the one for you. They don't come more scenic than this one. If that isn't your cup of tea, you might want to check out another pool that's making waves in Shanghai. This pool belongs to the Andaz Hotel. Measuring 15 meters long and 5 meters wide, the pool is lit entirely by blue LED lights to help swimmers relax and unwind. Instead of a glass bottom, this one has see-through sides. It's proving a big hit with the guests.
So Wilson, can you tell me, why do you have this LED swimming pool in your hotel?
The use of LED light is actually quite consistent throughout the hotel. And here, using LED, particularly a blue color, is to give a very tranquil feeling to the swimming pool. Most important of all, this is not just a normal swimming pool surrounded by concrete. It's acrylic slabs, so this is like a transparent pool, like an aquarium.
And how often can guests using this swimming pool?
Our in-house guests, of course, we welcome them here from 6 o'clock in the morning to 11 p.m. in the evening. For our fitness studios, we welcome outside guests who are not staying in the hotel to come in here to use the facility based on a membership that they acquire from the hotel. So when you are a member of the fitness studio, you can also use the pool.
The pool features a special spillover design, which allows excess water to run over the sides and down the transparent tiles. It's known in the trade as an infinity pool.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed what we found in Shanghai's 5-star hotels. And now it's my time to jump into the pool.
If you like water and are looking for a place to party, then check out the rooftop swimming pool at the Grand Gateway.
When we talk about summer swimming pools, we cannot forget those summer pool parties. So let's join them. Go!
Aside from water, there's also plenty of music, food, and alcohol for partygoers to enjoy. These revelers can't get enough of it.
How do you think about the pool party?
Oh, we're really excited to get in the pool.
I think I need to get in before I get thrown in.
Amazing, I really like it. It's super party, everything is great. Having fun!
Well, it is your turn now. Let's go!
That's a wrap-up of some of the coolest swimming experiences that Shanghai has to offer. So go find that bathing suit, get out there, and get wet.
Looks like fun. And finally, to a remote mountain village called Cuetzalán that's been dubbed a magic town. Part of the magic is the atmosphere, the quaint buildings and cobbled streets, the markets, the waterfalls, and the rich indigenous culture. But there's another element, a unique ancestral dance that involves a lot of skill and even more courage. Miguel Ceballos from Mexico's Puebla TV shows us more.
Perched high up on the slopes of Mexico's Sierra Norte is Cuetzalán del Progreso. The town and its neighboring settlements are home to thriving indigenous communities.
In the last census, we counted over 47,000 people in the municipality. Of them, 73% were of indigenous origin. They're spread throughout more than 160 towns and villages in the area.
Despite the passage of time, people here have managed to preserve many of their ancient customs and ceremonies. Nowadays, the town combines the best of tradition and modernity. Among Cuetzalán's many customs is the Dance of the Flyers. This ancient ritual pays homage to the gods and is believed to help provide the town with a bountiful harvest every year. To take part in, or even witness this dance, opens the door to the spiritual world of the indigenous Nahua population. These dancers are called voladores, which means the flyers. They perform a brief dance before climbing a tree trunk to a height of nearly 30 meters. Once at the top, a priest turns to the north, east, south and west, praying to nature, the universe and the gods. Now the flight can begin. The 4 flyers launch themselves from the top of the pole and begin circling it upside down. For the dancers, it's a great honor to take part in the ceremony.
It isn't that easy, and there's always a risk of something going wrong. We offer ourselves as sacrifices, but we're always afraid. Having said that, we're very experienced and focused, and we believe in what we're doing. For me, it has a personal meaning. It's the fulfillment of my life. It's something that's always existed. It's an inner calling, and I believe in what my dance symbolizes, that is, fertility and its significance.
The ritual actually begins with the selection of the pole. The dancers go out in search of a tall and sturdy tree in the nearby forests.
We dress all in white. That's how we present ourselves to nature when we take the tree from her. In return, we give her incense, cigars, holy water, spirits, flowers, and fruits. We go to the tree and bring these gifts one after another. We cross ourselves and prostrate ourselves when we hand them over. Then we cut the tree down.
After the tree is felled, it's taken to the village and set up in the main square. Offerings are then made to the gods, among them a live turkey.
We take this live turkey and put it into the hole that anchors the tree, so the trunk actually kills it. That grants us protection.
The tradition has been handed down from father to son through the ages, surviving even Mexico's colonial era. The dance is now gaining in popularity, although partly for its value as a spectacle. The town of Cuetzalán del Progreso itself still has many colonial-era buildings along with a network of cobbled streets. Many residents go about in indigenous dress, giving visitors a sense of what life was like here centuries ago. Cuetzalán is home to the only statue of the Virgin Mary in the whole of Mexico that wears indigenous dress. She's worn this white robe embroidered with simple but colorful designs for 7 years now.
We asked the Vatican for permission to dress the Virgin Mary in this costume typical of Cuetzalán. We sent in photos, and fortunately they agreed. We identify ourselves with her. We say, this is our Blessed Virgin, our Mother of God, and she dresses like we do.
For people here, the statue is also a way to teach younger generations about their heritage. School is also instrumental. Lessons here are taught in 2 languages, in Spanish and Nahuatl, the ancient language of the Aztecs. Cuetzalán del Progreso, one small but fascinating patch in Mexico's multicultural quilt of more than 60 indigenous groups.
And that's all for this week's edition of World Stories. For all of us here in our partner stations and contributing reporters around the world, thanks for watching. Don't forget, you can watch the show again at our website. That's dw.de/World Stories. Before we go, here are some images that caught our eye this week in our Picks of the World. See you next time for more World Stories.